Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me this time. Let me get back onto the right page. Whenever you join, just please say hello. Hopefully we have sound this time. Fingers crossed. Let me get it pulled up on my computer so I can see comments and questions if there are any. Okay. All right, if you can hear me whenever you get on this time, please let me know. I apologize about that. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me okay this time? Yay, sound. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened. All right. I'll give everyone a few more minutes to get on, but I did print two images on water slide. There was this one, and then there's this one. But you guys picked and said Little Mermaid. So we'll do the Little Mermaid tonight. And the other one if you guys want. I have to remember that there's a lag. Okay, so I just have a cup here. Actually, I just spray painted it. It's still a little bit wet. Was running a little behind today. But I just spray painted it white. I didn't epoxy it yet. It's just spray paint on a silver stainless steel tumbler. So I have that sitting over here. I have my water here also. I have paper towels. I have all of the sprays. This is the one that I put on first. And then this is the second one. And then that's the third. Hopefully they're all in frame. I tore the label on this accidentally, but I did put a picture of it on the other video, and I can add that same photo. At the end of this video, I can put the photo in the comments. But I haven't done anything yet. So first, I just take the image. Yes, Kelly, I use 3 different ones. I've been testing a bunch of different ways and different combinations, but this is the way that has worked the best for me. And I apologize, guys. This is my first live, so I'm a little bit nervous. All right, so we have our first image, and I'm just going to spray it like you normally would, a light coat, and make sure you get the corners really, really good. Just make sure you get those good. So you guys don't have to hear the hair dryer. I will fan it real quick. See if I can help it dry. Fan it dry really quick. This is a inkjet printer. I think for this one, I think I Googled Disney Princess Ocean Screensaver. For full images, I like to search for screensaver or computer backgrounds, because that'll give you like a wider, longer image. Hope this dry really quick. You're welcome. But yes, that's what I did for the other one also. I searched, I think I type in both screensaver and like phone wallpaper for whatever image I'm looking for. So that way it'll give me a long and wide image. I'm just helping this dry. If you guys just tuned in, the first step we did is just a thin coat of this one. It's the one that I used when I did water slide the other way. We're just letting that dry now. Rhonda, I think Rosanna would have to answer that, but I'm pretty sure that they said with laser printers, you don't have to. But I don't know how that would work as far as stretching it, because these are the steps that I do to help me stretch it to get a full 30-ounce wrap. So you could probably skip this one and just go to step 2 and step 3. Making sure this is dry really quick. Okay, Crystal said yes, you don't need to seal it. So I would skip this first step then, and I would try to go straight to step 2. And then maybe step 3 of this, because this is what will help you stretch it. Well, what I have found personally will help me stretch it. Let's see. This one, Little Mermaid, this Little Mermaid is on a white. The other image over here is on a clear one. But this one is white. Okay, it's almost dry. I'm gonna use my hair dryer really quick just to speed it up for you guys. I apologize for the noise. Let's see if that's dry. Yes, that's pretty dry. Okay, so then I'm just gonna move on to step 2. So once step 1 is dry, I go to step 2. Hey, Ashley. Oops, this one's lid came off. See if I can get it back on without spraying myself. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me shake it really good. T, this is a size A4 white water slide. Earlier I did clear, but it is the size A4. Kelly, this one, is this the one you're talking about? Kelly, this one makes it have like a plastic sheet on it. You can actually peel it up. Once it's done, you can like peel this off. I did that by accident on one that I messed up on. I got this spray at Walmart. I purchased this one at Walmart. And I purchased the little one at Michael's by the modeled car parts with the paints and stuff. It was right there. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna do a light coat and I'm gonna make sure that I get the corners really good. Okay, just a little light coat of that. Okay. Yes, A4 is the size paper. It's a little bit larger than a regular sheet of notebook paper or printer paper, but it's not as big as a legal pad. It's not that big. All right, I'm just gonna let this one dry. While this is drying, I'm gonna run and get the one that the label has not ripped on. I'll be back just 1 second. Okay, I have it so that way you'll be able to see the name better. All right, I'm gonna dry this with a hair dryer really quick. I'm not sure where I got this. Maybe Amazon? I'm not really sure. Just gonna help the drying process really quick. Let that dry a little bit more by itself. And I'll be getting the last step ready. Hey, Scarlett. So I don't know if you guys saw, while this is drying, I don't know if you guys saw the other video of the water slide where I had messed up and I threw it in the trash and then I took it back out and I could straighten it back out. That's because of the Plasti Dip. The Plasti Dip gives it like a coating and you can smooth it out. It also helps you stretch it without tearing. If you do press really hard either way, it will tear because I have done it, unfortunately, but it does help. Chris. I just bought clear and white and it says size A4 water slide. If I didn't get it from Rosanna's website, then I got it from Amazon. But I just typed in A4 water slide and it came up if I got it on Amazon. Okay, that seems pretty dry. Okay. All right, so to the third step, This is the third one. And again, I'm gonna make sure I get the corners really well. That one's stinky. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. I've been working at this for a little over a week, and I've tried a ton of different combinations of different kinds of clear spray, doing them by themselves with others, and I would always get so close. I would get all the way around, and at the top I would have about a ½ inch that I couldn't get to touch, and it was driving me absolutely crazy. So I kept playing and playing until I could get it, because I was determined to make it a full sheet, a full wrap. I've tried a few things, Valerie. Some things don't work, and I have thrown away a lot of water slide recently. While this is drying, I'm gonna spray another one so I can show you how you can like kind of crumple it up and then use it again. I'm gonna do the first step on the other one. That way I can show you that in case you missed that other video. But I had literally just like wadded it up and threw it away, and then I got it back out a little bit later. Well, I've been inspired by all of the wonderful people in this group showing your stuff, and I mean, this right here I think can be a game changer, especially if you can't afford to buy the whole hydro dip system, because I can't. But I do have a printer and water slide, and now I can make it go all the way, just like hydro dip, except with this I can create my own images, where with hydro dip you have to buy their images. Get this computer a little bit closer. Okay. All right, I'm gonna help them both along really quick with the hair dryer. I apologize again for the noise, but just to save us some time. Some warm water again. We'll be able to do that one in just a second now. I'm gonna go ahead and, this is the other image that I can show you guys how you can kind of wad it up and then reuse it. I'm gonna put the second step on it really quick. One's done. These trays, I got these at Dollar Tree. It's just like little filing trays. I got them at the Dollar Tree, and they will stack on each other. They have the little slots, so I can print multiple images and then stack them and let them be drying all together. But yes, I got these from the Dollar Tree. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. They are the perfect size. I'm just gonna touch a corner really quick and see if it's dry. It does appear dry. Okay, let me see if my water is warmed up. Okay. Getting fresh water, guys. So I have the water here now. Just gonna take it out of the tray. Before I do that, I'm gonna spray the other one really quick, the test one for you guys, and then we'll do it. Okay. All right. So let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. So I'm just gonna take it now and put it in the water. I use warm water. It seems to release it a little bit quicker. And once it starts to release it, you can see it release from the edges. I take it out and I help it the rest of the way. It's starting to release, so I just take it out of the water. And I just help it the rest of the way off of the paper. Still leaving it on there, but just releasing the edges. Okay. Let me get this water out of the way or I will spill it. Okay. All right. I like to take a towel, a paper towel, and make sure that cup is where you guys can see it. And I like to just put a paper towel over it for a second. Not long, just a little bit. First, I sealed it with this one, just a thin coat. This is the first step. Then the second step, a thin coat of this one. And I will also put photos in the order and the comments when the video's over. And then the third step, I seal it with this one. Okay. So I just get it a little wet. And then I take the image. Push it up a little bit so it will release. Try to figure out the best way to get it on. I also like to take the wet paper towel and put it closer to the end. It helps weigh it down a little bit and it keeps it from drying out so much. And then I just hold it And as you're sliding the top part, you want to hold the image that's on really well and stretch it as you're pulling with the paper from underneath. Hopefully my hands aren't in the way. Let's see if I can do it this way. A little backwards for me, but we can make it work. But you just want to stretch it just a little as you pull, and then you can smooth it as you go. If it starts to get dry underneath, you can just lift it and put water down, just like Rosanna and everyone else does. That's not a problem. You don't really want to stretch the bottom so much because you'll already have extra left over with the bottom. It's just the top that gives you trouble. I do need 2 more hands. I do. And the last 2 that I did, it only took like 10 and 11 minutes to do them. It's really not that hard, but it did take practice, guys. I mean, I tried this, I don't know how many times over the past week. The bottom, you really just right here, you want to make sure that it's smooth. And then you will have to pull the bottom part here down just to kind of stretch it a little. But you don't have to stretch it like left to right, I guess you would say, top to bottom of the cup. Hope that makes sense. I apologize if it doesn't. Just easily slide it. I pull the paper back a little and then I slide it with my hands. And then down here, just make sure we're smoothing it down as we go. And then we can pull and readjust that in just a little bit. Once you get the top, the wider part of the cup, the bottom part is a cake, a piece of cake. My tape came off the back. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, almost there. Put my paper towel back across the bottom so it doesn't dry out too much before I get there. And then I'll come back and stretch this part out in a minute. Let me go ahead and give it some water so it doesn't dry out while we're doing this. Oh, we're almost there. And if I miss any comments, guys, I apologize. I'll go back and see what I missed. I'll also go back and put photos of the sprays and the order and where I purchased them in the comments. We're almost there. Okay, and then we made it around. Just finish smoothing it out as we go. And then I'll work on the bottom. And the bottom, you just almost pull it straight down. Hopefully you guys can still see this. I don't know if you just saw how that was kind of crumpled and I just unfolded it. You just kind of pull and push and pull and push. Put some water under it. And it'll just slide around, and as long as you're not like super crazy rough with it, I mean, you can stretch. When I get around, I kind of tack it down just a little, and then I'll come back and I'll cut off the extra. Bring this part back around. Unfold it. You just push, smooth and push, smooth and push. I'm sure Rosanna can come up with something better like her pounce. Okay, then I'm just gonna tuck this one in, get my scissors, figure out what I need to cut off. Sorry, I keep thinking about being out of frame, so I'll turn it back around for you guys. And I like to smooth it down and tuck the bottom down towards the bottom of the cup. That also kind of helps seals it to help the air from going back in. But I am no expert. Today was the first day that I got it all the way around. completely touching. All right, now I'm just gonna take my dry one. And wipe off some of the extra. Yes, you probably could have overlaid your text if you needed a name or something on it. You sure could have. All right, and then you can just go back and clean up the edge to make it more smooth, to where I kind of cut that one a little crooked. Make it line up however you would like. I did not warp this one. I didn't warp the other ones either because you're stretching and you're pulling. So I did not warp them. I just did a full sheet A4, and I changed my printer settings to A4. You'll need to also make sure that whatever program you're using, I use Cameo, the silhouette, that you change that background to A4 so you have the right size image. Make sure you change your computer settings to A4. If you want it to do a full page, like someone and I were talking earlier, make sure that the box isn't checked fit to page, because if you do the fit to page, then it'll give it a little bit of a margin. That way, if it overlaps, it'll take it off. But here's this. This one took a little longer than the other two. Can go back and fix this where it's separated some. Or you can come back and you can seal it with a little strip of vinyl, depending on what your colors. That still has the white border from the actual water slide. I don't like cutting them off because I never know if I'm going to need that little bit of a corner or not. Let me see if this other one is dry. Okay. All right, I'll set this cup to a side. Let me release this one that we used as a test, and I will show you how you can like put it in a ball almost and then smooth it out. Get this out of the way while that's releasing. If I missed any of your questions though, I apologize guys, but I promise I will go back and look. Let me stick this in the trash. See if this is released. Okay. I'll help it release really quick. Oh, another thing that I do need to let you guys know, again, trial and error. The last one that we sprayed was this one. Once you have it on your cup and your cup is completely dry, after you let it sit for the couple hours to make sure that all of the little droplets of water is dry in there, you need to go back and spray it with this. So once you have your image where you want it and all of the bubbles are out and you've let it sit and rest and dry for a couple hours, spray your whole cup with this. One good coat on the entire cup once it is on your cup. If you try to put epoxy on it with just this, it won't adhere properly. You'll have fish eyes and stuff. But if you put one coat of this on your entire cup, let it dry, and you can do epoxy and it'll be completely smooth. Forgot about that. My water is getting cold. Let me see if I can stick it in the water. If you have warm water, it'll help it loosen back up. Oh, I just tore that part. But warm water will help you loosen it up. And then you can just stretch it back to how you need it. But yes, use warm water because my water is cold and I tore a hole in it. But if you use warm water, you can like basically put it in a pile and then bring it back and straighten it out. I did do a video of that. It's on the comments of one of the last video that I did, I think. I showed you how I loosened it back up with warm water and it all comes back apart. Rebecca. But if you guys have any questions, you can just leave them in the comments. Like I said, if there's anything I missed, I will be sure to comment on it. I will add a photo of all 3 of the sprays and the order that I did them in. And if there's anything that I can help you guys with, just let me know. But thank you for letting me go live and showing you how I got a full wrap on a 30-ounce tumbler with 1 piece of water slide. Thanks, guys.